Okay, so time for e-bike part 2. This is my third version of my e-bike. It's using the exact same parts as all of my previous ones, except this one is the most perfected version. It's using the same type. It's the same type of e-bike, which is a friction e-bike. That meaning that it uses a wheel to spin the back tire. This is the worst type because you lose a lot of efficiency with that transfer of energy, and also it is not ideal if it is, say, raining out or if you're going through mud, because then the wheel will be a bit more slippery, and I don't think that needs much explaining. So for this one, I used a clamp up front to attach it to the bike. This is the only way, the only point in which it is connected to the bike, but it is actually surprisingly sturdy. You can get these lag bolts pretty tight, and because this is wood, it's not going to bend or crush the metal. So even though this is not the best lighting, hopefully you can see how I have this set up. So right now I only have one motor wired up. Just using a light switch for now. I'm gonna move that to the front eventually. And then I'm using one of these batteries. Now this one only outputs 20 volts and the motors are 25 volts. So that is not perfect, but it still works. Now the performance of this e-bike was very underwhelming. Its top speed was only 6 miles an hour, maybe. Now, I was only using one motor, and the battery only outputted 20 volts when the motor was rated for 25 volts. In part 2, I will hook up the second motor, use 2 batteries, and test out its top speed and distance.